guys, today we're taking a basic look at setting up a home solar panel system to back up your home. We're going to look at the different calculations you need to make to set up your system. We're going to take a look at the sizing of the total solar array, sizing the battery bank, sizing the charge controller, and sizing the power inverter. We're also going to provide the calculations you're going to need to make. When looking at the solar array, the first thing you want to look at is the daily hours of solar exposure within your area. So that's how much solar exposure your area gets. Then we're going to size the battery bank based on the load applied. That's going to give you the total number of watts you're going to need in your total solar array, which is how many panels you're going to need to purchase to make sure that you have enough power going to the batteries so that you're staying fully charged to run all your electronics for your desired time frame. So basically what you're going to do is take the size of the battery bank divided by the hours of solar exposure within your area on average, and that's going to give you the total number of watts of panels that you're going to need to buy and set up. Then we're going to take a look at the sizing of the battery. To calculate the size of the battery bank, you're going to need to take the total AC load applied, calculate the total AC load applied per day, and then you're also going to factor the days of backup. If you're in an area that has frequent cloudy days or days with less solar exposure, you're going to want to take about 3 to 5 days of backup to set up within your battery bank. So that's a reserve power if you have, for example, 3 or 4 days of cloudy periods in a row. If you're in a place that has less of those, such as like Arizona or Nevada, you could maybe want to do just a 1 to 2 day backup. There'll still be some days of cloudy days, but not as many. So the total battery size that you're going to need is the total AC load applied times the hours used per day times the days of backup times the percent of usable battery power. Lead acid batteries usually are only able to be drawn down at about 50%. If you're using a lithium ion battery, it can be drawn down all the way 100% without damaging the system. So you're going to need to factor that when you're calculating the size of the battery bank that you're going to need. The next thing we're going to look at is the size of the charge controller. Basically, the charge controller is just the total solar array, the amount of watts, divided by the battery voltage of your system, either 12 or 24, and that's going to give you the size of the charge controller. You're going to want to add a couple of amps on top of what your calculations are, just so that you don't overheat the system. If you have a 600 watt total array at 12 volts, you're going to need about a 50 amp charge controller, so better off going with about a 60 amp charge controller. Next, we're going to look at sizing your power inverter. The power inverter sizing is very simple. You're just going to calculate the total AC load applied. Then you're going to add about 15 to 20% to those watts, and that's going to give you the size of power inverter you're going to need. That's pretty much it, guys. That's a basic look at a home solar panel power system. We took a look at the battery bank. We took a look at the solar panels. We took a look at the power inverter and the charge controller you might need. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact us at powerinverters.com. We'd be happy to help with any questions.